Hello everybody, this is Max Farrell. This is Dex Fx Markets.com. Today is the 8th of February 2019, and this is your weekly wrap-up. All right, so let's get started. We had a pretty good week this week with the signals. I got into quite a few of them. And again, I didn't push this week for myself because we just finished building all the network solutions. Starting on Sunday, this coming week, the 10th, I will be trading all of my signals that you see. I'll be trading my favorite version, which is the daily signals, with TNT strategies, which I traded all week this week. Now, I didn't trade as much as I normally would trade. I trade very, very light because I had a lot of stuff that I was still doing and little doors and things that I had to close for the company. But as being an example of the company, I'm going to now start to trade at certain times of the day. I'm going to be holding webinars while I do those trades. I'm also going to be following some of our own rules on when to trade, when not to trade, that kind of good stuff. But because I'm going to be trading on my live account. I've been trading all week on my demo, which I'll show you some numbers, but this is really starting to get to a point where I have to start looking at Dex Fx Markets isn't my main moneymaker. Trading is. And when I don't focus on my main moneymaker, my finances hurt. So I want to make sure that I'm going to get back in before there's any problems with my finances. I need to make sure that I'm in trading and getting my groove in. Okay, so you guys can see that it can work, and it does work as a home business. This isn't about selling decks. This is about making a trading system and a trading strategy work and work for you, because you have to work it. All right, there's no set and forget kind of system. Full 100%. You still work that you got to do, but I'm going to show you some things today. All right, so in this wrap up, let's talk about the daily signals. We got a couple big hits on the 7th and the 5th from the Great Britain pound, mostly because of the news inflection here from the 5th, Tuesday the 5th. So we had a big hit there. And then on the 7th, there's a lot of hits. Well, there was one major big one that took a loss, but it took a loss at the last second. I mean, we're talking the final 2 minutes of the trade. It finally went under and couldn't recuperate. It tried, but it was just off by a few seconds. But again, this isn't about, how many wins you get on the daily signals. It's about following the procedures of what you do to get them, and how are you successful. My week for the dailies went pretty dang good. Here's my daily sheet here for my trade. You see this is Max's trades up here. Starting on the 5th. Now remember, this is the day that was really bad in news, and I was still able to get into a USD JPY, and also I was able to get 2 fers that day, made $46 per contract. Now normally I trade 5 to 10 contracts depending on the pair that I'm doing. In your case, your account may not have that much balance in it, or you may have more than me. This would have been a $230. This would have been a $460 day for me, and that's more than acceptable to me. Okay, the next day on the 6th, also another $23 day, so it would have been another $230 day. And on this day here, why I was able to get into a trade that large is because I waited for the pair to do to get closer to out of the money. So this is sort of not an out of the money, but this is more of an at the money trade. I didn't get an alert, but I was paying attention to the market itself at the time. So I was able to seriously get into a very good trade. This is for 2 contracts. This is about $25 a piece, so 30 on one, 25 on another. And I was able to get into both of these. So this is really a twofer, but it shows the mentality that I was able to get in for 2 different prices because I waited. I got a working order fill. When you see 25, it's a working order fill for me. And the 30 was me just paying attention to the pair as I was sitting there. Okay. Now I got into that one. Really, this one picked up pretty quickly into the trade life because it came out at 2:15 or at 8:15 at night. And this one I waited around for about an hour and a half. Not the entire time sitting at my computer. I was able to come back and I seen something that was going on with the market, and I was able to get a good price and got in. Won those with the greatest of ease. Now, during the middle part of me trading, I was also trading the TNT strategies, the trend negate trade system process that we use with our charts. And I was able to get into a couple good trades throughout the week, here on the 6th and the 7th. And again, I haven't traded today. It's Friday. I normally don't trade on Fridays. I will put working orders on and I'll do those kind of things on really strong pairs. But I don't trade the market on Friday. It has too much inflection for me. So, and I take that day of rest. Trade a little Sunday night, maybe. Okay. But with that trade TNT system, I was able to get in some really quick trades, but also a couple longer ones. So this one here was a 2-hour trade. So we got in for two different prices, 1386 and 1382, and at the money. Let me see. No, I'm sorry, an at the money trade and a in the money trade, as you see here by the inflection of the numbers. Again, if I was trading, I wouldn't be trading 10 contracts each. This would have been 5 and 5 if I was trying to do a split. So this would have been about a $130 trade, $140 trade, and this one would have been about a $200 trade. So it's been a $300 or $400 day sitting here. Okay, the next day, I was able later on that night get into another TN-tree a little bit late at night. You know, sitting at the computer at 11 o'clock. I was able to get into another one for just in the money $25 trade. And then the next day was able to get into an easy TNT trade at the money. Now I used a little bit of a squeeze play on this one because there was an amount where it was at. It was a special trade that I was doing. I should probably recorded it, but I did put it in the chat room. It's in the Dex chat system when I take these trades. If I'm taking trades, I try to take screenshots of them to show you where I got them, when I got them, and the kind of mentality behind it. So don't miss out on those. Okay. So that's my wrap up of the dailies and in trading. The Nadex spreads did okay this week. Again, getting the feel and the pulse of these is really about knowing your market, knowing your pair. Everything else sort of has its own success rate. I don't trade the spreads or the SR maxes or the 5-minute signals. Other people do. So if you do and you want to highlight some of your trades of what you do, kind of show off a little bit, please send us some information. You can send it to cs@dexfxmarkets.com. I also want to make a quick special note that our customer service division took a little hit when we started. We weren't getting all of our emails, so if you were emailing, we do apologize. We do have it fixed now. Okay, let's jump over to our TNT charts. Everything is going really good with the charting system. We were going to release an advanced version of the charting system, but we're going to hold back just for a little bit so we can get some more data back on the process. But everything seems to be going very good with the charting system. And I cannot wait for Sunday. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Now, if you're on the Nadex side, that's basically your wrap up. If you want to head out now, if you don't want to pay attention to what's about to come, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of Forex stuff. Not really a whole bunch, just about the bot itself and what we've done. Bot Garden has done a tremendous week this week. If we get over, we go to StepBot, go here, go to our third-party verification page here on myfxbook.com. This shows you what we have done for the week. Has a lot of data in here. If you're a data hound, you will love this process. For this week so far, made $17.64. Now remember, this is at a 0.02 microlot. We're doing 2 microlots. We're not doing a whole bunch of money in this. This bot will always run at 0.02 microlots. Why? Because it has to show consistency at these levels. There's a lot of companies out there. Now, of course, will it increase when it steps? Yes, if the price is going against it, it will do a step up after the 5th level trade in there. So it will do a step up to like 0.04. But it's never gone past 6th level. So we know that this system works. The program works. It's been working now here in this live capacity and this forward capacity with us since December 5th. But through our strategy company for over 2 years. And that data is kept to us because it shows some very specific things that could be used to emulate the whole process. So this network of this bot itself runs on a set of servers and systems. And what we do is that we have you copy our bot. So our bot runs on our servers and networks, and we maintain it. We make sure that it's kept nice and even keel, that we don't have a bunch of crazy trades in there, or obscure pairs, or manual trades that we throw in. We don't mess with that at all. We just make sure that it's running in maintenance when it needs to, that servers get restarted at the exact times that they need to, and that's how we maintain this process and keep it nice and clean. If you're wondering, does this system run on Oneida? And the answer is absolutely. It runs on Oneida. It follows all the rules. There's no hedging. There's no FIFO, first in, first out issues or anything. We're very, very excited about the way that this process is running. This started on January 16th on Oneida, and it's done pretty damn good. I got to tell you, I'm very excited about the results here. At this time, too, if you're wondering, well, Max, that's all great, but I see it says demo up there. Why does it say demo? Well, it says demo up there because we want to run the bot in a very clean data format. And that demo system runs very strong. And I want to make a very big point here, is that I want to show you that this is a live account on the same company server, and it runs exactly the same. He made just a little bit more because it runs a little higher on this, or less higher on the spreads sometimes, and we have it set out a little bit differently. So he made $1 more for the week, okay, because he was able to get out, and or it was able to get out for him in the process. But again, he made just a little bit more money on this one than the demo bot did, and that's good. It's always within a 1% margin of error within the solution, right? Because there's timing, there's a whole bunch of things. The brokers spread at the time, if it's off by a half a pip or a quarter pip or whatever, then by the time the servers get wind of it and it moves back and forth, does all its thing, right? So the point is that it's damn near virtually the same, and it's all been verified. It's all the same process. This person has real $2,000 on there, made $18 this week. Again, they're only following a rule that I set, and that rule is 1 micro lot per 1,000. That's it. And I know that seems like really awfully low. And this person, I said if I was going to make sure that they had the bot, that they had to follow these rules at first. You can increase this. If you're using Oneida, you may have a little bit of a problem, right? Because with Oneida, it's going to take a big chunk of your money because you only have a small leverage on Oneida. On this system, for Trader's Way, you can have a 1 to 200. So you could do almost 3 times as much on Trader's Way than you can on Oneida. But again, if you're starting with $2,000, you're going to be risking about 20 to 30% of your balance when you're trading, if it were to go to the 5th level. Okay, so if we have a couple pairs that go against us for a little while, then you're going to be at a point where your money's going to be hurting, right? You've got 5 or 6 or 10% drawdown at that point. Right now we're at a 1% drawdown, but if you only have $1,000 in there, that 1% drawdown is only like $14, but still, you can still be hurting, for against a trade that goes against you for a little while. We're always just worried about margining out, to make sure that we have a proper margin. If you don't know what all this technology information is, then please join, go through the free systems, and watch how the bot trades and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, all right. That's basically it. I've been asked to kind of show, when you guys get to the home site, where to go to get started. If you're watching this and you don't know where to go to get started, you get to dexfx.com, click on pricing. Okay, it's going to bring you to this particular page. We got some deals here. These are pretty strong. Okay, this is very competitive for the market for what we have in the system. I don't want to turn this into a sales webinar, but it really is strong. We have the Forex side where you saw the bot. We have the Nadex side where you saw all the daily information. We have an all-in package that's unbeatable anywhere else with as much information as data and consults and everything else that you have in there. It's pretty powerful. And I think that's something that if you're deciding whether or not you want to get into either side, you can also just go to the site and watch this. You can go to the Contact Us page, okay, and check that out. There's a phone number right on the website. Call. Ask. We're willing to help you get to a point of figuring out what you need to get. If you're unsure, just call. We'll pick up, and if we don't, leave a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, within our time, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays, by email only. But I'll try to get back to you because there's a lot of stuff to happen on Fridays, just like it is today. We're doing the wrap up. All right, I'm Max Farrell. This is Dex Fx Markets. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, like it, share it, post it, show to your friends, all that stuff. We do have a business opportunity with the site. You can make pretty good money while you're learning how to trade. If you're a trader and you want to make some money while you're learning to trade even further, there's some opportunities in there. And if you're a business person that wants to own your own business system, we can help you with that as well. I'm Max Farrell. This is DexFXMarkets.com. Y'all have a great day. Can't wait to see you inside. And as always, trade well.